tied 0-0 at the end of 20 minutes, and the series is 3-2 for the Collingwood Blues. Zach McGibbon here taking you through this first intermission, and glad to be joined by the commissioner of the OJHL, Marty Savoy. Marty, thank you so much for your time. Does it feel like deja vu for you a little bit? Because obviously last year, same teams, same sort of environment. Is this a little bit of a deja vu for you?
Yeah, I guess it is a little bit, but you know, this Trenton organization seems like every few years we're back at there at this time of year, and so it is a little bit fun having the same two teams in the finals here, and the hockey once again is just as outstanding as it was last year.
Oh, absolutely. And we were talking off air a little bit. You were mentioning how you were actually the league was able to set playoff attendance records for the year this year. That must be obviously a big thing for the league. And talk about as well, I guess, the growth of it. We saw this year the expansion. We saw some new teams, a returning team as well. How would you look back at this year for the OJHL? How expansion kind of worked? Would you see it as a success for this year?
Yeah, I think so. From an attendance standpoint, both regular season and now in playoff, we've been shattering some attendance records. We fought hard to get Leamington and Niagara Falls in the league, and we knew that they would be great partners to come in. Leamington, you saw what they did. Niagara Falls got a late start in the league, and we're behind the recruiting cycle a little bit, but their attendance was up as well. So when you can bring two strong franchises like that into the fold, I think it's just great overall for the league, and I think that's part of why you're seeing attendance was what it is.
Sticking on the topic of attendance, we've been seeing on social media a lot. There's this big special announcement that's being teased a little bit. I got to do my due diligence here. I got to ask the question, what can you give us in terms of this big special announcement? Does it have to relate back to expansion? Are we seeing more teams in the OJHL?
Well, I guess our social media marketing people are doing their job then if everybody's talking about, if I said anything right now, they'd be killing me right now. But we do have a big announcements coming up. I can say it's really, really exciting. We've been working on it. Rick Morocco and his staff for the last little while been working on something special here that I think everybody's going to really, really enjoy.
Is there kind of a theme to it? Is there any sort of little nugget you could give for fans that maybe they're going to stay on Instagram or something like that, waiting for that page to update and show what this big announcement is? Is there some sort of special theme that's you can reveal?
I think the best advice is just keep following the social media and see what's going to happen here. And like I say, it's just going to be a lot of fun when everybody finds out what's happening.
For sure. And kind of sticking on that topic of expansion, and is it in the league's interest as well to continue to expand out and see more teams as the years go on, or the current format that we stand right now in the OJHL, are you happy with?
I think 24 is good right now. We go through a strategic review every year within the league, and we do look at the number of teams, the player pool. There's a whole bunch of different stuff that goes on that we look at it. As of right now, there are no plans to expand, but depending on what happens on how we want to grow and improve the league, we'll find a different way. The big thing we did this year was their player safety department we brought on board with Greg Kimberly and whatnot. So if the board of directors and governors start saying we should expand, that's something we'd look into.
For sure. And obviously Junior A, it's kind of been fluctuating a little bit. We see obviously the Centennial Cup coming up and all the big teams, but we've also seen kind of some creations of some different leagues being made not only here in Ontario but across Canada. Obviously being a commissioner of a big league like the OJHL, you're kind of keeping your eyes on everything going there. What are your thoughts when you see like these new superior hockey leagues that they call themselves and popping up, and does that make the race for talent, try and compete and get those talent a little bit tougher for the OJHL? Because obviously you want to get good quality Junior A players, you want to teach them, you want to kind of get them to grow, but now you're competing with them, you're also competing with the USHL that's down in the States as well. Just kind of talk about that competition element, having to deal with other Junior A leagues that are out there trying to get talent.
Yeah, great question. It's the player pool question that everybody asks when you come with the different leagues. The only thing that's really happened is that there's different rules that they don't have to follow that we follow. We think we offer really good value to players to come play in the OJ. We get a number of NCAA commitments, Division I. We have a ton of youth sports, the kids that move on. We have kids that move on to the OHL. We have 4 kids that are on the NHL watch list, and we get them. So it's a competitive league. Our teams do a really, really good job. You see the 2 out here tonight. Their job is to go out and recruit the players. And so it doesn't matter if you're under the umbrella or not. There's always going to be a battle for the player.
In the past, we've had the Eastern Canada Cup, obviously here in Trenton. I would say a big success for the area as well, not only for the attendance that I kind of brought in, but also scouts that have come in as well, ranging from the NHL to your AHLs, even to your junior leagues as well, being able to come in and see all this great talent that the OJHL can provide. Is there kind of a plan to bring something similar like that, another sort of Eastern Canada Cup in the future that for fans, obviously I could say from broadcasting the game, that was a lot of fun. It was a very unique format, very different games, but could we see something like that again in the future where we see another event like the Eastern Canada Cup being hosted here?
Yeah, so that's a partnership between the 5 Eastern leagues. So we have our annual meeting come up here at the Centennial Cup in Oakville. There is discussions around would we host again. The other leagues try to host it. We believe we do the best job at hosting because of communities like Trenton here. So it'll be a discussion with the other commissioners, but it's a great opportunity for scouts, and Team Canada East staff use it as an evaluation to pick that team that won a silver medal for us this year. Derek Smith was an assistant coach, and Taylor was on the team as well. So we will be looking to try to do some type of event, but those are discussions we'll have here in the next few weeks.
For sure, and obviously a big crowd here in Trenton as well, and it seems like we are packed full again. Just kind of talk about coming back here to Trenton and seeing the crowd, the environment that's here, and everybody just obviously getting up on their feet. Obviously a big Game 6 for the Golden Hawks trying to get themselves back in it. How does it feel to kind of be in that environment compared to sort of other environments here in the OJHL?
Yeah, you know, I've been in the league 15 years now. It seems like every year this organization puts a team that can compete on the ice. But what I think a lot of people don't realize is the off the ice what happens here. They have under John McDonald and the staff that just do an outstanding job. Sean Hicks, the new ownership group in here. But you're seeing it tonight with the fan base is that one thing that we always do know, whether it's regular season game, whether it's an Eastern Canada Cup, whether it's a Dudley Hugh Cup that they hosted, or a Buckland Cup championship, their community comes out and supports their team. They're loud, they're proud, and that's why you see the noise in the building. And it's great for the kids because the kids love playing in front of this environment. It seems like both communities, Collingwood and Trenton this year, they're just the fans that have just packed the drinks.
Absolutely. Well, I could say for the Trenton Golden Hawks fans, maybe they don't want to see you after the game because they want to keep their season going on, but it really is a pleasure to have you around here. Obviously, a big event here in Trenton for Game 6 of the Buckland Cup Finals, so I really do appreciate your time coming here and chatting with me, and hopefully you enjoy the rest of the game. It's very close, obviously, so it's still anybody's game.
Yeah, thank you very much for having me, Zach.
So that was OJHL Commissioner Marty Savoy with me in this first intermission. We are going to take a quick commercial break. We're going to come back and we're going to have more of the action here at the Duncan McDowell Community Gardens. You're watching Trenton Golden Hawks hockey here on your TV Quinty as well as Flow Hockey.